Hi, my name is Dr. Cynthia Marie Whitley. I'm a minister, but not your conventional minister. The name of this podcast is Be Aware. Be aware of your thoughts. Each week, we will review self-realization through storytelling. Once upon a time, there were two ladies that lived in a small village. One was a gentlewoman named Marie, who was poor, and the other was called Madame Copious. She was rich. The gentlewoman worked for Madame Copious by caring for her children and cooking her food. She was paid 1 shekel a day. It was barely enough to feed her 3 children at home. So each day, when she left work, she left the dough on her hands and the bread from the bread she had made so that she could feed her own children when she got home. Once home, she rinsed the dough off her hands and boiled it in water so that her children could have food to eat. Oddly, the rich woman's children were lean, but the gentlewoman's children were plump. The news got around town to the rich woman that her servants' children looked better than her children. So she watched her closely and decided to spy and see what the gentlewoman was doing. From now on, wash your hands every day before you leave. The gentlewoman pleaded, Madam Copious, how will I feed my children? I don't care. Your children look better than mine. The gentlewoman's children began to suffer from hunger and started losing weight. She went door to door to see if her neighbors would give her a morsel of bread, but the neighbors had a meager supply of food themselves, so they could not help. She couldn't bear watching her children suffer and was fearful that they would die of starvation. She could not bear it, so she left home and went into the woods. After much travel, she was weary from the long journey. From afar, she saw 12 candles and was drawn towards the light. As she got closer, she saw 12 figures. There were 6 women and 6 men. 3 were dressed in winter coats. 3 had coats, but they weren't as heavy as the winter coats. 3 had no coats, and the last 3 were dressed scantily as though it was summer. Hello, gentlewoman. Why are you in the woods? She introduced herself and told them of her plight. And they said, very well. Please answer these questions. The first 3 spoke, who did not have any coats on. Tell us, how do you get along with the months April, May, and June? I love those months because it is the time when we plant seeds and the weather is fine. The second 3 spoke. Tell us, how do you get along with the months June, July, and August? The summer months are great. We get a chance to enjoy the sun and have hot fun in the summertime. The third group, which was who represented the fall months, had on light jackets. Tell us, how do you get along with the months of September, October, and November? Oh, it is harvest time, and we get to eat what we have planted in the spring. Those are beautiful months because there are so many sacred holy days. And finally, the winter months asks, tell us, how do you get along with December, January, and February? Oh, finally, we get to rest and stay inside, reflect on the winter solace by the fireplace while we peacefully recuperate from the preceding months. Great job, gentlewoman. Take this stoppered jar home and do not open it until you get home and are in a room alone. She did exactly as was said, and when she opened the jar, an endless amount of gold pieces fell to the ground. She was able to feed her children for the rest of her days. This would have been a nice ending, except that Madame Copious was jealous and she questioned the gentlewoman about her riches and decided to get some for herself. She disguised herself as a poor woman and followed the same steps until she came to the lights. "Hello, madam." They asked her the exact same questions, and her reply was as follows. She didn't even introduce herself and went straightway into fibbing. "I am poor, and I do not have money to feed my children. I could not bear to watch them starve, so I left to the spring months," she answered. "It's hard work tilling the ground and planting seeds, and it's just horrible. It's allergy month, and the weather is indecisive. And in March, the wind blows everything around. I hate it." To the summer months, she spoke in disgust also. The hot heat of the summer causes sunburn, and we have to work hard at keeping the plants and flowers alive. The summer months would kill us if there weren't any shade. It's terrible. To September, October, and November, she replied, "The hard work of harvesting is tedious and tiresome. There are leaves and flowers dying all around us, which we have to clean up. It's too close to the winter months, which has freezing weather." To the winter months, she said, "It's the worst of all. It's freezing and we can't go outside. We have to stay in with our families and children. What a bore. It's so bad that it can just kill us." "Very well, madam. Take this stopper jar and do not open it until you get home. Lock yourself in the room and then open the jar." She snatched the jar out of their hands without even saying thank you and went home. She went into her room and locked the door. When she opened the jar, what do you think came out? I will leave that up to your imagination. However, I will leave you with two scriptures. One for Madame Copious. Matthew 18:21-35 tells of an ungrateful servant who, because he didn't show mercy to his servant, like the mercy that had been shown him, he was in debt and he wasn't punished. Verse 23 says, "You wicked servant, I cancel all that debt of yours because you begged me to. Shouldn't you have mercy on your fellow servant just as I had on you?" After that, he was handed over to the jailers to be tortured until he should pay back the debt he owed. And one for the gentlewoman, Psalms 34:18. "The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit." And one final note, let's continue to be grateful for, not for all things, but in all things. Amen and shalom. If you can't wait until next week, visit Looking for Self series on Amazon.com under Gershona Cynthia Whitley.